What's up, guys? I'm gonna do a market recap today, or at least for the morning session. I didn't take any trades personally, but I did mark out a couple trades that could have been taken, and I was watching a few things pre-market, but I'll show you those right now. Now, pre-market, I was watching this. Let me delete all this. I was watching this right here. We formed this big SMT because ES or SPX, whatever you want to call it, came down, swept this level, and NAS never did. And then we started to get some buying pressure to the upside. And I had this 15-minute fair value gap marked out. Now I went back and did some back testing and seeing what the trade could have been, and it was really a market maker buy model. It was pretty clean in my opinion. I didn't take it because one, it was pre-market. I'm not super confident trading pre-market yet, and two, Powell was speaking right at 9:30. That's why you see this insane volume to the upside. Kind of just goes to show it doesn't matter what news there is or what is going on. Like, the market is an algorithm, and it's going to go to the levels that it needs to go to no matter what the news is. The news is just going to bring volatility like this to those levels. Now, what was I saying? Okay, so this is what I wanted to see. And so I have this marked out, and there's two ways you could have traded this. So you have these levels, obviously, but if you zoomed in even more, in itself, this is its own market maker model right here, and you could have targeted these highs. So there's many ways you could trade this. If you're a 5-minute trader, you could have taken on the 5-minute. I'm like, okay, we get our rejection of the fair value gap. We come back, no way, that's crazy. But we come back to discount. Hopefully that didn't happen. But we come back to, where are we at? Whoops, sorry guys. Right here. We come back to discount of that range, and you could have entered long right off that rejection, right off the tap of discount, and targeted. If you would take this on a 5-minute, you could have targeted that, and that could have been your highs, and then you could have set your stops right at this wick, had a tight stop, or you could set them a little lower, maybe under that fair value gap, had a nice risk to reward here. That would have been a beautiful trade you could have taken. Now there's another way you could have taken this and have been on the 1-minute, and then once you get here, obviously stops at break even once you get that buying pressure to the upside. But this would be on the 5-minute. I'm more of a 1-minute guy. I like the 1-minute. It's more faster. But another way you could take this on the 1-minute is the same 15-minute fair value gap right here, and this would have been your real buy side level that you were looking for on the 1-minute. And I see this is what I was doing back testing because I don't know how you would want to take this. So this is probably your true fair value gap. So I don't know if you would have waited for, or like personally what I would have waited for, maybe a move down, maybe your first like rejection candle. I think what the play would have been is to wait till equilibrium, kind of because it's in that fair value gap. And then on the 1-minute you enter off of the touch of equilibrium. God dang it. I don't know why it keeps doing that. My shit always does that. But then you enter off the touch of the whatever it's called, touch of equilibrium, and you could have had tighter stops. But it looks the most clean on the 5-minute, risk reward wise, and other things like that. But yeah, this one you would have had a little drawdown, come back down, draw down, back up. But I mean, that was the model. Stuff doesn't matter. But this was the model in itself. I mean, you have your thing, your sell off, you generate liquidity, you get your buying pressure after the smart money reversal, you get your imbalance, the displacement, then you get real displacement. The thing about this displacement that's a little different is why it's probably the better on the 5-minute is because you get displacement through a recent swing high or equal highs, whatever you want to call them. But you get displacement through a level, and on the 15-minute, all you were getting is buying pressure up. So that's kind of what makes it different on the 5-minute to the 15-minute for some people. But then you just target these levels, and it's also on top of that, I'll show you guys this. It's pretty cool. I noticed this. But you have your AMD setup. You know, it's kind of cool how everything just ties together in itself. Where's my templates? Whoops. In my opinion, this is a perfect accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution straight to up here. And yeah, I mean, there's probably there was standard deviation in it too. Right there, wicks that's where it starts to chop. I mean, overall, this was probably an A+ setup. I just wasn't confident pre-market with Powell coming on. And there was another trade up here because I was looking and We were Chop City right here after we took morning objective and what the level we wanted to see taken. But right around here, we finally get some buying pressure up, and this was the next recent high right here. And if you have this 5-minute imbalance after you finally, so like you chop in this range for what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, almost an hour basically, you chop in this range, you finally get displacement to the upside, displacement with a fair value gap, you go into the 1 minute, you retrace, we can see if it was in discount, I don't know for sure, yeah, right around there, you wait for price to come down to discount, you could have entered off that candle right there, that wick, the touch of discount because you're confident, and then set your stops right below the fair value gap on that wick or that wick or that wick, however, whatever your logic is when you trade. But this was kind of the only one I was watching in real time, and then you kind of just run straight to buy side, and now we're just going to chop, and there probably won't be moves for a while. But yeah, those were the two trades I was watching today. I didn't want to take anything, it was just a lot of news. I haven't been in the market long enough to experience like a Powell talking in the morning, but that's it now. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys. If you want, you can join my Discord. I'll have it linked in the description. And yeah, it's just where we're going to be a community talking about trading, getting better every single day, because that's what it's really all about. Keeping our good habits, building good habits. And yeah, that's the goal. Trading is about longevity, not get money, get rich quick. Thank you guys so much.